Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk. In today's match, I will be called a bot. Well, let's find out. Was I a bot? What are the lessons learned? Should you call people bots? I don't know. I've probably done it in the past. Let's find out how this goes down. I think it's important as well. We'll get to the end. We'll talk about what kind of causes this thing to be said and what's going on. I'll tell you what I'm thinking and some of the things I think I did right, some of the things I think I did wrong, and some late game decision making things we should all be thinking about. Is that enough stuff? I think that's enough stuff. I am top tier, so this is feeling pretty good. I'm a little bit worried about the AMX, M449, and the AMBT. The rest of it, frankly, this tank can handle, even in the city. So that's why I'm going to take my top tier tank. I'm going into the city. I'm going to brawl. Between me and I'm hoping the T56 comes with me and maybe a couple of the lower tier guys. It doesn't look fantastic right now, but the Skoda is coming my way. We've got two CC56s and an IS and a Tiger platoon, and they're all kind of headed off that way, although the CC56s start moving. The AMBT is coming into town. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. I feel like we can pretty well dominate with the tanks that we have. Like I said, I'm a little bit worried about the AMX M449. We'll get to him in a little while. And the AMBT. I don't want to walk out in front of either one of those guys, especially the AMBT. So let's just see how this starts to flow. Their Burr is over there. Okay, great. Didn't really expect him to be in the city. I'm set up here. This is a pretty low profile tank for a medium. I mean, most mediums are, but this one especially. So I don't feel like even if they poke here, they're going to see me very easily. Sometimes you set up here with a high profile tank, you're sort of sticking out, and if you're zoomed in like that, you might take a shot to the nugget. So I'm feeling good about this position, and we're just going to wait for somebody to come around this corner. All right, not unexpected, the T50-2 is over on the east side. The 34-1 has gone with the Barras, so we've learned a few things about the enemy team. They do have two artillery. Thank you very much. 308 free shot, a little bit of a low roll. That is a kind of a worrisome position. There is a window, fellas, unless they have fixed that. Somewhere in amongst all this, I'm not exactly sure where it is, that you can be shot in this position from up there, and it is a bummer. I have been murdered by some very good players who know that exact pixel to shoot through. So be careful with that spot. That's kind of why I'm like, all right, does he know about it? Is he going to shoot me? Can I get a shot on him? He seems busy. Good. AMBT is over on the west side. I like it. Where's the M449? Keep that in mind, fellas. That's going to be important. I'm starting to think about whether we can cross, and pretty quickly the Skoda gets that in his cranium as well. Notice their E25 has made a push into our awesome heavy camping. You know the E25 right now is going, why is there a Tiger and an IS in the southwest corner? I don't know either, dude, but I'll take it. They got rid of the YOLO E25. Barras kills the BZ. Strange that nobody else has showed up in the middle. 34-1 goes down. We're in pretty good shape. That's a good little start right there. Tiger 1 is pushing. Okay, great. I'm like, do I need to go over there and help them? No, let's follow the Skoda here in a moment. And I'm worried about that west side. I'd love to get rid of the Barras and the AMBT and the Type 62. I don't think it's time for us to push necessarily yet. There is an involvement up on the east side, and I'm a bit worried about that because the Barras and the VK are kind of pushing into the campers up in the northeast corner, and that can always go poorly if not handled correctly. It's like, man, I don't know about this, fellas. We got to get rid of this KB2. Somehow the Skoda lost a bunch of hit points. That was a bummer. I think he's getting shot in the side. One of the reasons why I didn't really want to push in there. We lose the Tiger 1, and all of a sudden I'm not loving what's going on over on the west side. Starting to consider whether I need to get there. The IS is working. That's going to get me lit. And now I'm worried about the RD. Oh, geez, okay, let's back out of this. I don't want any pixel sniping from the snipers back there through those windows. And I'm starting to think that maybe I need to get across there and deal with the mediums. The two CCs push, I don't know. Sure. Why they didn't push up into there and help our guys up in the castle, I don't know. Good job on the KB1S. He's trying to make it happen over there. Although he then pushes forward. And I'm going to cross. Our 50-2, or their 50-2 gets killed. The Burr, though, is the only guy. This is very concerning over on the east side. And then I will note for the first time, if you look in the southern part of our map, we have an EZ-8 and a Chaffee camping in the back. Okay. At least it's just a couple tier 6. The KV-1S goes down in a heap, so I'm the only guy over here. And all of a sudden I'm looking at this going, this is not a great situation. I noticed the Burr is making a move, and I don't think they know I'm here. So if I can catch him out, oh nice. Work. It worked. 312. Artie, no Artie, no Artie. Back around the corner. Don't shoot me, don't shoot me. AMBT, do not show up and unload on me. A lot of things could have gone wrong right there, fellas. A lot of things could have gone wrong, and I'm really worried about AMBT because I don't really have anybody behind me, but somebody sees him making a runner back to the north, and that's great. Where's the dumb Type 62? I don't know. Okay, I've got some armor from this dead 34-1. Again, it's an AMBT, guys. I don't want to have that thing, find that thing hold down, me get some shot into its turret and bounce, and it able to just sit there and slap me. Because it's not being threatened by anything, really. The SMV guys are sort of, he's looking at them, you can tell. They're Juno dies, which is nice. Vrosk is still alive, which is why I'm still pushing, right? Went to the middle, been paying attention to both sides of the map, realized this side needed some help, came over here. I'm a top tier guy. I've got some snippers here in the AMBT, which is nearly dead, so he doesn't want to be seen. Big time. You know, they've got 2 artillery. He's easily killed by artillery. Got this guy, and then unfortunately the Skoda T56 and the CC56 are pushing. Find this guy. Fantastic. Low roll. That hurts. 288. But we got a lot of work to do. He's still got 1,012. Artie went out from over there. Very interesting. He's making a move. And I'm not going to get a shot. And I'm worried about getting shot from in the back there, but and I did not assess this very well at this point of the game. I figured the Type 62 is back there, and I was worried there might be a tank or two, but if we look at it, more than likely not. The T-78's lit. The Guard was over there. The Type 62 is probably back there. The Su-152, I don't know. He probably has shots. If I went down this ramp, he might have a shot at me. And remember, he's got that heat cannon monster derp thing, possibly. So that would hurt. But I thought there might be more tanks back there than there really was. But I'm going to be careful. He takes another hit, which was very helpful. Okay, and I'm going to wait till I go dark. He just took another hit, I think. I'm going to wait till I go dark before I telegraph, or so I don't telegraph this move. I thought he might be making a move around this corner. Where's the Type? Is he in this spot? No. Am I going to find the AMBT? Where is this guy? Oh, nice. Boink. I'll take it. And he may have left the game. I don't know. Type found me. Alright, so the Type is still back in that corner. That was a good kill, getting that guy out. I think he went AFK. You will notice, as I said at the beginning, we have not seen hide nor hair of the M449. And this goes back to positioning and how to actually play this game, fellas. If the M449 had gone into the city and played any kind of semi-competently, this game is over. We lose. He'll have cleaned up those guys that are in there. I don't know how I get lit right here, to be honest with you. That was strange. That was very strange. I'm just going to keep pushing. There's no sense stopping because Artie's going to reload, so we'll just do this. That is not the guy that lit me. It was more than likely the T-62. Well, we get rid of that guy. We'll keep pushing. Our CC-56, one of them dies. And our Skoda is dead as well. And this is very dangerous. Now we're going to get into the part where you guys are bots. Now, here's Patton in my pants, which... that's funny. I like when I finally look at the names sometimes of some of these guys. But Patton in my pants. Great. Is that the OG G? G used to be one of the biggest, best clans. No, I'm just not going to hit him. Why would I? So didn't hit him. Artie goes in there. AMBT's right there, and the SMB CC. I find this guy. Slap him once. I was wishing for a faster reload of any kind right here because I just was trying to get that. It just didn't work. I was trying to lob that right over the edge. Down goes the AMBT. This part of the game is fraught, my friends. Fraught. This is where you throw away games that are looking good. It is a close game, 9-8. We have them stepped into a corner. We do not have a lot of guns. We do not have a lot of vision, and that corner is pretty easily defended when you don't have a lot of tanks. And it is not helpful that the Super Chaffee and the Easy 8 are still in the same spot. We do have 2 artillery. They have 1. We did kill one of them. Got rid of that guy. How do we push? What I'm worried about right now is the Su-152, who I know is up here, and where is the Type 62 spotting from? Banana Split, the CC-56 is where we're going to get the comment. I have no idea if he was talking about me in particular, but we'll let this roll a little bit and we'll get into it. My problem with what's going on, at least for me right now, is I feel like I can't move across this open space. Between the Sioux, the T-78, the M449, where the heck is he? And the guard. Okay? So the CC saying, I'll help you. I'm like, yep, I got you, dude. You need to hold. Just hold for a second. Borowski's getting bombed. Somehow he's seen. I don't know where the Type is. I don't know where the Sioux went. I think he's in the bushes back there. Where's the T-78? We still haven't seen a heavy who has a kill, so he's playing. That was huge. I don't know how that happened. But we did kill off their 304, so that was huge. Very helpful. So he's saying help, and I'm just saying, just hold, dude. We got 7 minutes. There is no reason right now, guys, to get all in an all-fired hurry to push in there from... Literally, we have 1 tank on each flank. One guy makes a mistake and dies, then we lose an entire flank. They are all bunched up in one spot. Looks like Artie is taking some stabs at him. Good on him. The Barras dies, and I'm just like, oh, dude, why? What are you doing? What? How did you get spotted? So now I don't have a choice. I have to make something happen here because we just lost in the Barras. I don't get it. Yeah, I don't know, dude. He may have went into a bush and they blind shot. He was probably in the one bush that's up there. He's been spotted multiple times. I would imagine he went into the one bush that's up on top of that hill. There's only a couple. And they shot into the bush. Done. There you go. Out of the game. We've lost that other flank. The Super Chaffee, theoretically, someone pushes way down there. He'll let us know. I don't know what he's doing down there. But I need to move up. So I'm going to use this maneuver, which you saw me in a recent Miserable Monday fail at this. And I get it right this time. And it's not easy. It's like reset it each time. I'm like, oh shit. And this is where I lost last time. I need to get a little bit of speed. Oh boy. Okay, go, 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 go. You got some time. Be calm about it. And whoop. Alright. Not perfect execution, but I got it done. That one spot there is the most dangerous spot. Because it's so steep, it's hard to get up. So I'm feeling very good now. There we go. We made this thing happen. Come around here. Alright. Interesting. While I was talking, while I was maneuvering, look at what's going on with the Easy 8. He just drove across the field. Very interesting. Nobody shot him. The CC's in the town. That makes me feel like there really isn't a T-62 right in front of me. I was a little bit worried I might just show up here and he'd be right there. So we'll move forward, and knock a tree down like an idiot. That was dumb. Wish I hadn't done that. Banana Split moves up. And I'm hoping he doesn't expose himself, because if he dies, look at this. I'm not sure I don't know, man. I don't remember looking at his stats. I don't know what this guy's doing. He drives there and stops. Could be a bot. Could be a bot program. I'm not sure. What I do know is there's not anybody close enough to see him. Otherwise, he'd have disintegrated, which was very fascinating to me. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tanks in that one corner, minus whatever might be pushing south. This is not a situation, even with as many hit points as I have, that I can push across into those bushes. Chaffee died. Well, that sucks. The Type is over there, isn't it? So the Type's moving down into the south. The Sioux is sitting there. And we've got 3 tanks here. Now, I like this. The CC gets on cap. They don't have an artillery to splash them. They're going to have to push in and get a light, so we're just going to hold. And then I'm watching this guy. Like, whatever. Maybe if somebody shoots him, I'll get a light because he'll light him up. He drives right in front of me and stops. And this is what I talked about at the beginning of the game that we would talk about at the end. The CC-56 gets irritated with everybody here that they're not spotting, right? They're not doing what they should do. But There is no universe in which we need to push forward and expose. He's on the cap. He did the right thing. We just have to hold right here and try to kill them as they come at us. Again, there's a full hit point, as far as I know anyway. M449 and a guard. They may be headed south. They may be headed this way. I don't know. But there's no reason to expose myself and push in like an idiot, because there's just not a way to cross. Maybe I'd sneak through the bushes to where the Easy 8 is, but once I break into the open, I'm just getting shot. Okay. Dead. Nice. Oh, Type 62. Patting in my tanks. Oh no, guys in the way. All right, here we go. We got him. God, I expected to sort of disintegrate here. This time, got him. Shell went right and got into the tracks. I'll take it, fellas. That worked for me. We're down to 4 minutes and 39 seconds. Their scout's now dead. I'm going to take this opportunity to move forward. I'm glad their T-78 wasn't too close. I sort of felt like a good number of them had pushed south. You know, the guard and the 49, 48 went to stupid places, so I'm really thinking they're not that great of players. There's the T-78. He wasn't even around. Looks like they were attempting to push. Had they all pushed to the cap and defended their cap together, this game goes their way 100%. They win in an absolute landslide. But they don't. I don't know whether the M449 and the guard... It looks like the AMX did get lit eventually up there. I don't know what they did. I don't know what they did. Play the game. The Nana Split's like, you gotta play the game. I don't know, man. I think we did about the best we could right here. Did about the best we could based on the situation. You have to... You can't just... It's not a... You can't just get irritated that people aren't spotting. You have to think about why they may not be pushing forward and spotting for you. This situation was an interesting one. That's why I wanted to show you guys. It's very difficult to get on this cap and push and spot when they own these bushes back here. This entire section back here is very difficult to push, especially with the situation that we had. And we're pretty lucky that their M449 guard and T-78 were dumb. I mean, had they just pushed in, that would have been a pretty easy mop-up operation against us. End up with 4 kills, 2,096 damage, 668 assists, and we get the win out of this thing with a cap, and we don't have to deal with their M449 and guard. That is all I've got, fellas. You have a great one. See ya. I'm a bot. You guys are bots, man. Play the game.